Hello and welcome to Be Powerful with Liz and Lee. It's a new day and we're so glad you're here.
So you can expect to hear candid conversations on what it means to be powerful. Live authentically, live in the midst of ups and downs, productively, and above all else, joyfully.
We are so thankful for you, our community of listeners, and we hope you enjoy today's show. Hi there, Liz.
Hi, Lee. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Happy, good. Got on my new shirt. You like it?
Yeah. I think I've worn this recently, but that's okay.
That's okay. You know, we're podcasting every week. We can't change clothes every week. But no, this is our new shirt from the studio.
It's cute and comfy. And
it's soft. I have the AC down. It's warm, and I feel really good in it. So
that's awesome.
News?
Well, happy day. I mean, I don't know what we're doing, but you said you had something. Do you want me to start or you?
Well, you know, we've got a few issues to talk about. I'm coming in here hot. I'm going to start out with misrepresentation.
Okay.
Well, no, let's go into I remember like several months ago, or not even several months ago, like a few weeks ago, I saw my picture on an Ozempic commercial.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Okay. It was all over social media. It was all over Facebook, Instagram, you name it. People were DMing me going, did you actually mean to be the spokesmodel for
elder spokeswoman?
Yeah, I'm like, hell no, I would never do that. No, I would not. So, you know, people can just sort of take your stuff, put your name on it. And now with AI, I guess they can even take your face and do whatever they choose, right?
Creepy.
So I just read an article that had my name on it right as when we were walking in here. And she's like calling me on my phone in the bathroom, which is another story. But I was reading an article. I'm like, what? And it was by me. And I was like, no, that was not my words. And I actually did submit an article to this publication, and they wrote something different and put my name on it. So there it is.
Like way off, just like made up words and put your name on it?
Way off.
Or just out of context?
Out of context. Well, it was about Pilates.
Okay.
It was not a good, it was
how
not even a good
off?
article about Pilates.
I know. So like how far off were they? Like what the hell were they talking about?
I skimmed it, and it was weak as well water, and it was a little incorrect, right? Okay. It's just, I'm not going to go into all the details that were wrong with it, except, you know, I didn't like seeing my name there. I didn't like seeing my name or my website there, because that's not what you're going to get. You're going to get a real workout that does real Pilates with real resistance training. And so I got my ire up, and you were calling me upstairs going, are you going to ever come downstairs so we can do this thing?
And then I came downstairs and I wanted to help moving things because I didn't want to do it all because I'd just done something big for you. And you're like, let's go. Like, well, I'm waiting for you. So you came into the studio this morning and you said, just don't go into the bathroom when you get home. I'm like, gross. What?
It was crazy.
Well, you managed to knock an entire 8-ounce, 12-ounce, some large
big
bottle of
lots of ounces.
Our favorite everyday oil, just a body overall oil. It smells delicious. So the bathroom smells delicious.
Smells so good.
You knocked it not off the counter. I'm going to wager that you picked it up and you threw that on the ground hard for whatever reason.
No,
that's what it looked like.
I swear. I had done my self-tan because, you know, my routine, I get up, shower, self-tan, because that's what one does before one goes to work out.
GTL, Gym Tan Laundry. That's what the
Gym Tan Laundry.
What was that called?
I don't know, but I'm almost that. I just didn't do the laundry this morning. So anyway, I like turned around and it was time to go because I had like 10 minutes to get to the studio. And my arm hit the everyday oil that had never been used, and it exploded like a bomb on the floor of my bathroom. And I looked at that and I went, that's not going to be handled now. And I just walked away.
Gotta go. See ya.
Yeah.
So I walked in, it's on my story, and I was just like, what do I do with this? And you were a really sweet helper.
No, I didn't even know you were up there. I didn't even know you were up there. Well,
you did once you came up and saw me.
So then I started doing you need the broom and the thing. Oh, you need more towels. So we're throwing those towels away because they're full of shards of glass and then little teeny itsy bitsy pieces of glass.
And soaked with oil.
And the bathroom floors are like an ice skating rink.
No, and now it's great. It's cleaner than ever. I picked up the big pieces, glopped some up with the towel, shook that out, shook out the bath mats. You're washing those. Mopped some of the puddles.
We
of
are
oil.
washing Gym, Tan, and Wash.
I know, Gym, Tan, Laundry.
We're doing the whole
thing. It's
thing.
for that Snooki show, that Jersey Shore show.
Oh, Jersey Shore. I don't wash trash like that.
Well, it's over. It was like a early 2000s, 90s show where the meatheads went and did gym, then they tanned, and they did laundry. Well, it's like a day in the life of Liz.
Perfect sense to me. Maybe I would like this.
They
show.
had something going for them. So then I sopped up the oil and then used another towel and did like the Swiffer spray. And I think there's more tanner on the floor than oil, actually. So either way, we had to
Where
throw
is
the towels
No
away.
Shade? Girl, get back over here. We're going to do a commercial for you in a minute because she's one of our sponsors. And I haven't seen Holly in a while, so I had to spray my own tan on.
You always do. You're good at it.
I know. Anyway, now it's all cleaned up and it smells good.
That's cleaned up. We're good to go. You shattered a wine glass this weekend too, and we're down to one.
Down to one.
And so I don't know. Things happen in threes. Like, what's the next thing to break? And should I wear shoes constantly?
Always in this house. Always wear shoes. Yeah, we were sitting on the sofa, and this was after a day at the pool where that's a whole nother story. Anyway, I had a day.
You were there all day with your grandchildren.
Yeah.
And I came in later.
Hanging out with my ex-husband. It was fun.
Here he goes again.
Yeah, he's back.
You're at the pool, and you blamed your breaking of the wine glass on the heat of the day. It was so hot. I just got so drunk.
I didn't get drunk. I didn't get drunk.
No,
I was fine. I was just having, and I was really good with my water. I had some Pinot Grigio on ice, and I'm sorry, wine connoisseurs, but when it's the hot sun and you've got people to have fun with, then you need some ice and you need some water. So I did all the things I was supposed to, I thought, very correctly for a Saturday. Then we got home and we went, let's order some pizza and open some champagne.
You chugged it. Anyway, you broke that. You broke this today. I mean, let's just keep it in the road.
Hey, we've got some shopping to do this afternoon when the podcast is over. So we'll
go buy new wine glasses.
Yeah, and some towels. Yeah, we're low on towels.
Going to the department store today.
Wherever they got them on sale. I can't stand to buy expensive towels. Yeah. And I know that that's a thing and everybody has these fancy, oh my gosh, all my
No, not when they're covered in oil and tanner. Why would you spend anything more than a couple dollars?
Yeah. Remember pre-COVID, we had the guy that would deliver the towels for the studio. We don't do that anymore because we just got out of the habit and we just don't think it's a good idea to have towels reused and whatever. We decided to stop. Meanwhile, we've got a boatload of old towels down in the downstairs where we keep all of our things. And for some reason, I really like them. First of all, I thought I'd like them for washing my car. Not that I wash it often, but just like I like to mow the grass, now and then I like to wash my car. Mm-hmm. They're kind of rough, So I brought them home and I washed my car and then I went, this is a good exfoliating towel. So now I use the ones that we had in the studio that I use to wash my car to exfoliate my skin in the shower. Do you know that? The ones, those little hand towels?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just an FYI. She's looking at me like,
what? Okay, well, that's great.
That's good. That was just a tip, right? Go ahead, move on.
What?
That was more of like a beauty tip. Use the same towel.
The weakest beauty tip. I'd like to go back to that article you wrote and call BS and say, maybe you did write a bad article.
Use a rough towel.
Get a rough hand towel.
Get a really cheap rough hand towel. Get your body in the shower and get that dead skin off. It works.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I'm good right now on beauty tips.
See what else you come up with? You know, at the Be Powerful podcast, we love a good spray tan. As we head back to school, summertime begins to fade. Our tans don't have to. No Shade Spray Tanning keeps us glowing all year round, and they're here to keep you glowing all year round. No Shade now has 2 salon locations in Charlotte, one at South Park, one in Birkdale. And we're giving you a special discount code for $10 off any salon spray tan. When you go to noshadespraytanning.com, you're going to choose the South Park or Birkdale location, make your appointment, and at checkout, enter code HSM10. HSM10 for $10 off that salon spray. No Shade continues to offer their amazing mobile services, which cover now all of Charlotte and all of Greensboro with no travel fees. Thank you to our friends at No Shade Spray Tan. Y'all, tell them we sent you for $10 off. Use code HSM10. So listen to last week's podcast if you haven't already. It's on multitasking. And I had a client today say, Heidi came in and said, oh, I'm listening to your podcast. Is Liz doing well? Like, is she following through?
I did
How's
well.
the multitasking?
I did well.
And I didn't throw you under the bus. I just was like,
well, yeah, I mean, there.
Let's go. Let's hear it. Be honest.
I did really well that day, and I really enjoy. Yeah, listen, it's small baby steps. Everything is a baby step, right? Mm-hmm. So I mowed the grass. I felt really good about it too. Those rows were perfection because my focus was right on that grass and that mower, which, by the way, is an electric mower. Yeah. Anyway, so then,
beauty tip.
Yeah, beauty tip. Yeah, don't pollute. And then I think I got pretty good. I mean, I put my phone down.
Okay.
My usage was down last week, but then I went on a hot walk this weekend because it was about 185 degrees outside. Uh-huh. Remember, we're not going to complain about the weather because we're in August and we're in climate change. So I was like, you know what? I know it's hot. I'm going to go on a hot walk. Hydrated
Hot
up.
girl summer.
And then I went, oh, hell, I need some podcast stuff in my ears. So I did go back to walking with my earplugs. So why are you looking at my phone?
I'm looking at your activity on your phone.
You can give my phone a rest like I have.
Why is it there?
Because it's got the head down so you can't see the face.
But it has to be here on the table because
you never know what could happen.
to call 911 when my foot starts to ooze blood from the shards of glass that are in it for the weekend.
I was bleeding. When I came to the studio, I looked down, there's blood going on my ankle. I'm like,
wonder where that came from.
Hazard from everyday oil.
Okay, so you give yourself like a ABCDF on multitasking.
Oh, multitasking first day. And you know what? Every day is a reminder. Today I'll do better every day. I think I did pretty well. I did not watch TV and scroll my phone.
Okay.
I didn't. I really have done fairly well.
Okay.
Right.
Well, let's keep it up. I was mediocre at best.
Well, I don't think, did you put yourself on the spot like me? I'm going to if you didn't.
Well, I mean, I was going to join in the fun.
Yeah. I mean,
I was all in.
Last night we were watching.
You called me out.
What is the name of this?
A Small Light.
Oh, you guys have got to watch A Small Light on Hulu. Sorry, on Hulu. It's really good. But you had your computer out, and I'm like, yeah, she's multitasking. So I almost called you out, but then I looked over your shoulder, and you were working on trips.
Which I'm always doing. And I was rubbing your feet at the same time, so you weren't going to call me out. Because I would have quit.
You touch my feet, and you can like burn the house down. I don't care what's going on.
That might be next. We might be on that trajectory.
No, we're not going to. No, that karma's out.
Boom.
It's all set.
Nah, everything's broken and good. Maybe there's some good glass breaking.
No, I think we're good. We have broken 7 out of 8 in the crystal, and now they're gone down to 1.
That's what my sister gave us, stemless, those pretty Estelle wine glasses.
Oh, I love those.
For Christmas.
They're so
those are
pretty.
intact.
Well, except for one. One broke.
Oh my God.
But I didn't break it. Somebody did it in the dishwasher.
We're going to have to go back to the plastic cups from the studio.
Yeah, just drink. You know you're succeeding in life when you go to plastic to drink everything.
All right. So we've covered the multitasking. We're still working on that at best.
I think it's always going to be a working on it. And this society that we are in with, news and things and, all that Instagram stuff and all the stuff. There's stuff coming at us all the time. And by the way, if you're emailing me, I don't check them. That's one thing I just don't do. So I think I'm really good at that part.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm choking. That was so ridiculous.
Yeah, no. Well, what I was going to say is I have to choose what I'm going to,
You can't own a business and then just say,
no, I do own a business. And
of all the things I'm going to
answer
quit.
these people
No,
eventually.
of all the things I'm going to quit multitasking, it's going to be emails. Who needs that?
God, I
because
hate
then
them.
Lee will follow up and try to do it.
I hate
And I'll ask her
emails.
how her multitasking is going. And it's going to be horrible because now I'm in charge of 3 emails.
Well,
Still choking.
I'm not sure you guys remember this. Or maybe you didn't know this. But a long time ago, before it was me and you, as in me and you, you were my assistant.
Yeah, a little
For
bit.
like a hot minute.
I still am. Don't
I know.
even.
For a hot minute, you were checking my emails. Boy, that was great. And you would go on and you would just like check, do all this stuff. And I got used to that. So
Here we still are.
Yeah. So if you have something really personal to email me, she might see it. Yeah.
People don't email really personal stuff.
I hope not. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you?
No.
Okay. Then
No,
so
not
it's
anymore. Not
fine.
since I got called out. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so all the stuff coming at us, it's hard to get it all right. Right. So
You're just cracking me up today. I don't know why. It's kind of like you have this like, I'm so sweet and innocent face, but you're like just a Tasmanian devil behind the scenes.
sometimes I am.
I know. It's cute.
It is fun. It's
It's
fun.
cute. That's what Heidi said too. Y'all are really way different, aren't you? And I said, yeah,
We're so different.
we really are.
And the difference is perfection. I love our difference. It's really fun.
It is fun. And I told her that we really, of course, there's that balance each other out, but I really think we do. And we were talking about being called out by someone who cares about you in a very appropriate way is appreciated.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, no, your strengths are my weakness. My strengths are your weakness. And that can be super good if you've got a really open relationship.
What do you mean by open?
I mean, open with each other. Not as in.
Let's start more rumors.
Yeah, let's start.
I mean, you've been talking about your
God,
husband for like 3 podcasts
we
straight.
have one follow up on the husband, okay,
What?
on the ex husband. So he was, we set this up last week that he was going to bring over the Bud Light and the Miller Lite, which he did on Friday morning. How generous is that? He brought it and I put it on the golf course and all that. But he texts me and he goes, "I've got you a surprise." I'm like, oh God, what? He had a pride flag out there, but not just a pride flag. He wanted me to notice that it was the pride flag with the trends, with all that stuff. The stuff I can't even name all the colors in it now.
Right. You start to get
There's a lot,
minority
and
groups,
I need
trans groups.
and I need to be more educated, which I think that was part of his reasoning. I don't know, but he goes, "Put that on the golf course." I'm like, Aubrey, I think the beer is good. I'd like for my house to stay intact. I'm not going to trust that somebody's not going to really be offended by that, even though I should fly my freak flag happily, and I do, but I don't need to put it in people's faces, right?
Maybe not a white man golf course.
Yeah, so I didn't.
I don't know.
I didn't.
But he had a good idea. I think that was very nice.
He's so
at least.
generous and sweet.
know.
And it was funny. So we went out to the pool and I was sitting there talking to him about it. And he was just like, he goes, I don't do social media. He goes, "If you want to talk about it on your blog, that's fine." I'm like, "I don't have a blog. I have a podcast. Matter of fact, we think you should come on." He goes, "I don't do that. I don't do blogs and such." So he's not going to come on with us, but
Maybe one day.
we'll see.
One day, but we've got him on our team, so that's good.
Yeah.
Not that team. Anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of blogs
Yes.
and a non-blog.
Yes. Wait, no. Lee has started a true blog.
No, I'm calling it a website. Blog seems
Why don't you
dated.
just
I don't
call
know
it
the
a
difference
blog?
because it's a website.
Okay, we have a friend that says she has a non-blog blog. I just call it what it is. It's a blog.
All right.
You're
web
gay.
blog.
Call yourself what you are.
Okay, so I got on Squarespace and started a website blog.
Yeah. And what's it about?
It is an ode to my love for food and cooking,
Yes.
all wrapped up in a healthy lifestyle as well.
Perfect.
And so I have one entry and it's about love sauce. So the website is called lovesauselife.com. Love sauce was taken. And so I did life and I felt like that was a little cheesy, like salty life, yo. But it's like life,
think
like
it's
healthy
perfect.
life. So I
Yeah.
took that one.
Love Soft's life is what we lead.
Say that 3 times fast.
I kind of like spit that out in a vomitous way. Love Sauce Life.
Yes.
Yeah.
.com. And I did one
tan.
tan gym laundry, GTL, gym tan laundry, because you want to sweat before you get your tan. Anyway, I did one entry about what love sauce is.
Oh, she put
and
me
how
in
it
too.
came to be, which is a story about us.
It's about love and it's about food. What two better things can you talk about on the planet?
And it started as like a decadent. I mean, the first picture is a very beautiful decadent picture, and there'll be lots of different, but I have it stories and recipes. So a little bit will be storytelling, a little bit will be recipes and sharing. I did a little about and contact. So I was making love sauce. I guess it's the brand.
She was making love to her love sauce on her blog.
No, stop it. I was making like chopped salads and sold them in the studio, and I've gotten
Don't you think she should do it? Could you like let us know on SpeakPipe if you would like to see that come back? Because I would.
You would?
Yeah.
And you can reach out from the website.
Yes.
And contact me and say what you would like. But I don't know where it's going. And our dear friend Sarah, trainer and nutritionist, is very supportive and excited that I'm into it because she is also into food and health. And we might collaborate on some things. But I mean, I think eventually I want to open a restaurant. It kind of all leads to that.
We've got an idea about that we're not going to share.
No, we're not.
Because nobody's going to know it until it happens. We've got a really good idea on that. This was actually... We've been thinking about this for a couple of years. Time. Yeah. So stay tuned, and it's not coming really soon.
Right.
But it's coming.
It's just an extension of
Hilliard Studio Method.
Me, the brand, food.
The brand, it's all the same. It's
all
workout,
the same.
it's love, it's food, it's
passion.
It's community, it's passion. It's living powerfully. That's what we're doing.
It's Beauty Palooza time. How good does that sound? And we are here to tell you how good it's going to be. Our friends at Infinity Med Spa are hosting the 7th annual Beauty Palooza. Save the date, okay? Calendars out, phones out, open up, let's go. On October 5th from 5:30 to 9:30, Infinity Med Spa will be having Beauty Palooza. What is that, you say? One of the most fun, biggest deal beauty events of the year. So let's go. They're going to have giveaways. Infinity does the best giveaways, the best swag bags for the first 300 people. I can attest to it. Go, win, save big. Fun, deliciousness. Oku, sushi galore. Bob Peters, drinks galore. DJ Vinny from the Panthers, music and moves galore. I'll be there. And the staff at Infinity is going to be doing live demos. So if you have a question or just want to check out a procedure before jumping in, go for it. All right, so we'll see you at Beauty Palooza on the 5th, but we're giving you one more thing. New patients, friends of the pod who want to try a service at Infinity Med Spa, get to use code HSM10 when booking your appointment and checking out. Tell them that the Be Powerful podcast with Liz and Lee sent you, and you'll get a special discount off your first service. Thanks to Infinity Med Spa. Let's go, ladies.
So I'm excited. I like your blog.
So I guess it's out there now, and it'll be in the notes. You can link and go read it. And now I'll have to continue writing.
That's right. But
it's fun.
I'm excited for you.
Okay, thanks.
I'm excited for me, but you know what?
Why?
I always think selfishly also, because I'm me. I'm like, well, how much time will you will you start like doing that and not doing this? And will you forget to cook? You know,
I forget to cook.
And she explains in this thing about how our dynamic is we have such a really good flow. Like we're so opposite. You do the cooking and the going to the shopping center, grocery store, Harris Teeter place. I do the housework, the laundry.
Like mopping oil.
I didn't do the mopping oil today. I was scared.
I know, baby, you were scared.
It was slippery and sharp.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you do here?
Okay.
Well, anyway, we have this dynamic and you wrote about it. And so I thought that was good.
I know. As long as I know to include you, you're good. We both definitely have FOMO for each other.
Yeah, I do. Like if you really did something, I'm always going to pump you up and lift you higher. But I really want you. I want to go with you.
I know. Right. So
I just want to keep, doing what she does best.
Yeah. I mean, Hilliard Studio Method is there and that website's there and all that stuff. And
we can link it in, baby. We can do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hey, life is about abundance and joining together. More is more.
But I do get FOMO. You're today, when this comes out, taking your granddaughter to a nice beach for 3 days and I'll just be here.
Well, it's my granddaughter. She's almost 12.
I know.
So we're
Y'all
going to
do
Palm
need
Beach.
that special time. That's very special.
I know it. And she was like, let's go somewhere. We really have a really close relationship. Aubrey and I do. Now, this is my granddaughter, Aubrey, named for my ex-husband, Aubrey.
Even
Perfect.
more.
But anyway, she and I have such a good time together. And since we guys even got closer with that year she lived with us.
Right, of course.
Now we're just like, she goes, let's get out of here. I'm like, yeah, let's get out of here. So we're going to go to Palm Beach.
And I'm going to go somewhere too. Yeah, it's good for us to be apart.
Is it?
No.
I don't think so.
I hate it.
I do too. Except, we need to with our people and do things. Right. Yeah. We just have fun together. We sort of are stuck together in so many ways. In good ways, all good ways.
It is really good.
Yeah.
No, and I like the dynamic of our relationship. And sometimes when we're talking out loud about that and how we're really different and all the same, and it's curious how those things come to be.
Right.
I love different people's personalities and traits and how they attract one another.
Me too.
And so I always wonder, is it that spark? Is it our friendship and personalities and they just make this perfect ball?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's such a good question. How good relationships stay good, and stay good through the years. And I think we're starting to really go through the years now.
I know.
Me and you.
It's a lot.
And we still have this kind of, intensity, Do you think it's because we're the on again, off again weeks, even though we've been together literally all summer, except for 1 week?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think if we were together all the time, we would shift in some habits of knowing when you need to be alone and all that kind of daily detail. I think it's a lot of it is that we definitely have general stresses in our life. You own a business, I work for you. Life is life.
Yeah.
It's not easy all the time. However, I think when we're at this stage, I always say this, at this stage of our lives, we're who we are.
Yeah.
Right? We've figured out who we are as humans, what we need and want in our lives.
And we're not afraid to ask for it or be ourselves. That's the key, remember, I guess, to all those, any relationship is to show your real self and show it early because that's who's going to be out there anyway. And you don't want that to be a surprise.
Right. And I think most people in a natural order of what we're accustomed to start off with the next step is marriage and the next step is baby. And then you go through financial troubles and then all those things. And you really have to grow together. And I don't think we've been forced into mega life events where we have to grow together, even though we've done it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well.
I disagree with that
just
statement.
Us, period.
100%.
Okay, you're right.
We haven't been through anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, there's been plenty we went through right
just
off the bat.
Becoming
just being us is going through a lot where there's still turmoil is sort of the negative noise. Somebody was saying to me the other day, and, I don't even care anymore. Like somebody said to me this close to me, like, I just can't stand all the people that still speak negatively of you and Lee. I'm like, you can talk all you want. That goes right over my head. And that doesn't matter to me.
Right.
As we all know now, and maybe we don't know, and we need to say it over and over again. When people are being negative and spiteful or mean to you, that's about them. It's never really about you.
So
they
true.
Disagree with who you are, what you look like, what color your skin is, who you're dating, who you're married with, or whatever you're doing. That's all on them. That's not who you are. Our job is to be ourselves and to love the people that love us back and love the people that don't love us back.
Absolutely. And I think there's something to be said for exactly to your point. Like, let's clarify that entering a relationship that does have turmoil around it so that you do have to really band together in a strong way. It's like we fought for it. I fought to be with you and vice versa and had to make that hard decision of, do we take this route even though it's really hard? And I think when you start off that way, instead of some make-believe pretend, this is all happy and pretty and let's just go on with it without having to deal with hard things. Maybe that's part of it.
It's so interesting. I want to go back to that thing we're watching. What's it called? The Light.
A Small Light.
A Small Light. And it's about Anne Frank, but it's really not about Anne Frank.
No, it's not.
It's about the people in her life and the things that were going on. It was in Amsterdam where they were, but it's when the German Nazis were, taking over and putting people to death and all these things. And some of the people, of course, are regular, they're not Jewish. And so it's about them, but there's one of the helpers' brothers is gay. And she's very worried for him because you're deviant, which they were calling them deviants, homosexual deviants, then they were being put in the death camps as well. That was a really hard time.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a much more open, it feels like it's not because of all the legislation going on right now to try to, people want to curb the freedom of people they disagree with.
Mm-hmm.
And so that can work in the short term. It literally never works in the long term. You can look at history and see where it doesn't work. It doesn't work to, spread hate. The Nazis proved that. They proved that they will go down hard, and they proved how horrible that can become. And so some of this feels very bordering on that sometimes, but it's, we have made those steps to people at least look at people that have, I think, alternative lifestyles and don't want to put them to death. I think. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm living in a Pollyanna Barbie world, but
Well, the pendulum swings back and forth. That was not that long ago. World War II and Nazi Germany and Jewish concentration camps and minorities being persecuted. And so, yes, we've come a long way in the fact that you and I
very
can
present.
Be together and are not outright persecuted. However, there is still hate and disagreement. And, I think that'll always kind of go back and forth, but I hope we continue to progress in a state of love beyond anything else, whatever that means.
I agree. And just the small steps we all take as friends of ourselves and friends of people that we love, or maybe we don't know well, but we even disagree with. But we're careful not to bring people into power that are going to put their thumb down on, homosexual behavior, on women or minorities or whatever it is.
On books, on freedom.
Yeah, all these bans. All they do is to make people do the opposite. Eventually, it feels very present that, oh, gosh, now we're going to stop reading these books and all that. All I know is the books are flying off the shelves that they're banning. They are flying off the shelves. And women are not going to go away. And gay people are definitely nobody's going to go away.
Well, we've all been around, actually, for a very long time, all of these different groups and minorities. And it's just...
And we're not new.
No.
I mean, back in the day, God, there's so many great novels.
So it's an abuse of power at the end of the day.
And very similar, when we talked about that 3 podcasts ago of when we walked through.
We talk about this all the time.
Well, we do, but it's always a good reminder. Just pay attention to what's going on. You don't have to be like plugged in to CNN or any of those things all the time, but see what's going on. See who's doing what, and are they working from a place of love or hate, and then decide which part you want to be a part of. So we had to hit that because
Speaking
we
of
always
shattering
do.
glass at the start of the podcast to the patriarchy.
No,
maybe that's what you were trying to do.
I didn't care about the patriarchy.
Glass
They're
ceiling.
so yesterday. The patriarchy is so
it's
yesterday.
Not. No, it's not.
No, they're so on their way out. This is why they're making all this
but
noise.
I do think that is a analogy,
I agree.
a metaphor for what's happening. You were trying to break the glass ceiling.
I wasn't even trying. It just happened.
Did it.
Just like my point was. I wasn't even trying to break the patriarchy or the bottle. It just happened.
It just happened.
So,
Just
okay,
kidding.
let's touch on the studio before we
All right,
hop
let's
off this
do.
pod. So we've got this great challenge going on.
Yeah,
That
first
is
week of August.
We talked about that, right? The pilot program. And we've got 6, 7 people that are just solidly hardcore
doing
into
so
it.
well.
They're killing it. And several of them have never done the workout at all.
Right.
And 1 or 2 never work out, period. And they're coming 4 times a week. And we just had this great Zoom meeting a minute ago talking about nutrition, talking about how to fuel your body for this workout. People are feeling good. We've got one guy in it that
He's awesome.
He's amazing. And he just send us this email, which if you're listening, Will, I'm sorry I haven't returned your email because I don't check my emails.
Yeah.
But I read it anyway, and I will call you and say, wow, he's killing it.
I know.
He's
Such a great person.
Yeah. But
overall. No, it's just a great group, and it's really good for us to see how we can plug in and see what people's needs are, see what their kind of knowledge and experiences, see how the workout makes them feel, combined with fueling nutrition
right.
for good health.
Right.
I mean, it's just so great to feel good. We all know what it feels like to feel bad. We've got the mental health, the physical, the spiritual. It is all hand in hand, and we're just here to help. So see us in the fall with more of these programs rolling out, because it's feels very successful.
It is very.
And I like this group.
I already see it being successful, and I see them being successful.
Right.
And
Not
that's
us.
all I care about.
Right.
And they are in it to win it too, and fun. So, and that's the thing, find your people and get a group of people, a community, a friend group, and do some workout together. Come to Hilliard Studio Method. Yes. But, go on walks. There's just something that these people are kind of getting to know each other a little bit and going. So one of them came up to the other one the other day and went, "Can you believe we signed up? This is hard." But it was like, this is good. And they're really asking good questions. And feeling the good strength and feeling the good health.
Yeah.
Already, so.
Well, beyond misery loves company.
Yeah. And it's not misery. It's just a
not,
challenge.
I'm kidding.
Any change in your body or your mental, anything that you change is like a learning curve, and they're all on it together.
Right. And I mean, I just think that's really neat to approach it this way. And so we're going to continue to do this because we feel alone a lot of times.
Yes.
And I think the workout has always been known as hard and challenging and, I'm not welcome there or whatever. And that's not true once you walk through the door.
Oh, and I did like one of them said, and it was a typical comment, but she just came right out. She said,
I appreciate it.
I really thought, and she goes, and I'm being serious, I really thought this was a place that rich, skinny women came and just hung out together and sort of worked out. And then just...
You're starting to exaggerate.
This is exactly what she said.
Okay.
She said to me, I thought it was for rich, skinny women come to hang out, sort of work out, like do a little Pilates exercise, and then go to lunch. And I went,
you've seen them? They're not just sort of working out.
Yeah, well, she hadn't.
I know.
And but I love that about her. She was like, wow.
Right.
This is a surprise to me.
Right.
This is a challenge.
To come in honestly and say, this is the perception I had. Not shame on me, but that's on me. And she said that.
Yeah.
To see something in
Plus
real
they're not all
time
skinny.
and to be open about the experience is important. And I like that. I like we've always said that. It's any age, any stage, anybody. And it's very, very true. And absolutely, you pay for what you get. And it's on the pricier side.
Right.
But it's an investment in your health, and it's an investment in the community that all our trainers try to provide. And, it's that customer service that's above and beyond, and that willingness to know every client by name and to really get to know them and their bodies and their heart and soul. And you just said, not everybody is air quotes skinny. And it's not about that. It's about being the best shape of your body. I mean, I'm the director of training. Like, I'm not going to wear a 2-piece set and get on Instagram. And
you could. If you wanted to.
Sure, I could do whatever I felt comfortable doing. My point being, I know what my body can look like. And, I'm not trying to kill myself to have
it's
ripped
not all
abs.
vanity. That's what we're talking about today. You get the health aspect. You get through the challenge of treating your body the way it really was supposed to be treated in the first place, always challenging the body to move in very natural and sometimes hard, challenging, unnatural ways that causes it to do what it was made to be, the movement of that body. And then you fill it with the nutrition that feeds the systems that need to be fed. Then you see the mental aspect come alive. Then you see the emotional aspect come alive. And then literally, no matter what size shape you are, you look in the mirror and you see that glow, that change in the body, we're not looking for skinny. We're looking for you being your best feel, look, and health. And that's what you get. And we're seeing them see that after 1 week. I mean,
truly,
that's what they said today. So I was like,
I know. Right. Well, and I like that. I mean, again, it all circles back. We mentioned the show, we're watching a small light. And if you think of that, you just said the glow of people. I mean, there is a small light in all of us. And I feel like the way you just explained that, it's like an ignition, to a glow, to a bright light that we all bring to each other when you're in that space of health and wellness. Taking care of yourself.
I agree. That's why I feel so good, y'all.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I guess we're wrapping it up today. And we'll leave you with that. We will leave you with that glow. Open your glow. Open it up.
Shatter some glass.
Please take it easy on the everyday oil. Hey, by the way, that stuff is good. We have that in the studio. Or the bottles that are left that haven't shattered, we got some.
We got some for you. All right, baby. Love you.
I love you too. See you soon. Bye. Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.